Welcome to my channel briefing on Bravo. The Bachelor alum, Nick Viall, is over Lisa Vanderpump and the way that she constantly defends the abusive men in her life. He recently called her out for not addressing James Kennedy, who was arrested for domestic violence. Yet, she was more than happy to make a dig at Kristen Doubt. So what exactly did he have to say about the situation? Keep reading for more details. Nick Viall over Lisa Vanderpump. Fans have long slammed Lisa Vanderpump for not having women's backs and standing up for the men in her life. During season 11 of Vanderpump Rules, she manipulated the women to feel bad for Tom Sandoval as he was alienated from everyone. He was coming off of Scandoval and on his redemption tour. It was so new and fresh, but he claimed he was at the lowest point in his life. LVP saw flashes of her brother in him, so she'd begged Lala Kent and Sheena Shea to give him some grace. Rachel Leviss mentioned on her podcast how LVP has always done this. She will defend abusive men to the hilt while the women are left hanging. Recently, James Kennedy was arrested for domestic violence. It was presumably against his girlfriend. Ally Luber and his exes have tried to speak out but have been shut down. Now, Nick Viall is calling out LVP for not even acknowledging his bad behavior. He is essentially done with the mogul after this incident, according to Reality Blurb, as she is repeatedly quiet. The former Bachelor star opened up about the incident on his podcast, The Viall Files. Nick noted Lisa Vanderpump needed to speak up because she had been a huge supporter of James and had his back. Furthermore, he addressed the bravotv and said to LVP, "Embarrassing for you." Nick Viall also talked about his feelings regarding the situation with James and Ally. "I don't have any patience for any guy that lays hands on a woman, period, whatsoever. F that guy. I hope he never works again." James allegedly lifted his girlfriend up and threw her on the ground per the police report. Lisa gets worse. Nick Viall addressed how he felt about Lisa Vanderpump not addressing the situation with James Kennedy. However, he never got to talk about something awful LVP said about James' ex, Kristen Doubt. She is expecting her first child with fiance, Luke Broderick, but LVP claimed she did not know. Lisa then asked if Kristen knew who the father was, and that sent shockwaves through the Bravoverse. LVP has always picked the men over the women. No respect left for LVP. Like, stop the misdirected Kristen hate already. That was a decade ago. She's always rallied the men. It was also pointed out that LVP announced the reboot of Vanderpump Rules on the same day Kristen announced her pregnancy. They wondered if it was intentional and if LVP hated Kristen so much that she could not even let her have her moment. Do you agree with Nick that it is time LVP opens her mouth and addresses James Kennedy's bad behavior, or will she keep staying silent as she always has? Let us know in the comments below. Nick Viall's public criticism of Lisa Vanderpump has ignited a broader conversation about accountability and the dynamics of loyalty in the reality TV world. At the heart of this controversy is a pattern Nick and others have identified in Lisa's behavior, defending problematic men while sidelining women. This issue raises significant questions about the power dynamics and ethics within the entertainment industry, particularly in shows like Vanderpump Rules, where interpersonal conflicts often take center stage. Nick Viall's stand against abuse. Nick Viall, best known for his role on The Bachelor, is no stranger to the spotlight or controversy. However, his recent comments on Lisa Vanderpump's actions, or lack thereof, regarding James Kennedy's alleged domestic violence have struck a chord with fans and critics alike. On his podcast, The Viall Files, Nick voiced his frustration over Lisa's silence, labeling her behavior as embarrassing and calling out her tendency to support men accused of abusive or unethical behavior. Nick made it clear that he has zero tolerance for abuse, stating, "I don't have any patience for any guy that lays hands on a woman, period, whatsoever. F that guy. I hope he never works again. These strong words reflect a broader societal demand for accountability, especially from influential figures like Lisa Vanderpump, who have the platform and power to condemn such actions. Lisa Vanderpump's controversial pattern. Lisa Vanderpump has long been a polarizing figure in reality TV. Her charisma and wit have earned her a loyal fan base, but her decisions often spark intense debates. Critics argue that Lisa has a pattern of defending men in her circle, even when their actions warrant scrutiny. For instance, during season 11 of Vanderpump Rules, Lisa went to great lengths to garner sympathy for Tom Sandoval in the wake of the highly publicized Sandoval cheating scandal. Despite the fresh wounds caused by his betrayal, Lisa urged the women involved to show Sandoval grace, citing her personal struggles and drawing parallels to her late brother. This empathetic stance, while perhaps well-intentioned, was seen by many as dismissive of the hurt caused to the women involved. Similarly, Lisa's continued support of James Kennedy, despite serious allegations against him, has raised eyebrows. According to police reports, James allegedly lifted his girlfriend, Ally Luber, and threw her to the ground, a claim that, if true, is deeply troubling. Yet, Lisa has remained notably silent on the matter, prompting criticism from Nick Viall and others. Kristen Doubt, a decade-old feud resurfaces. Adding fuel to the fire, Lisa Vanderpump recently made disparaging comments about Kristen Doubt, a former Vanderpump Rules star. Kristen, who is currently expecting her first child, was met with an insensitive remark from Lisa, questioning if Kristen even knew who the father was. This comment not only reignited old tensions, but also highlighted what some perceive as Lisa's tendency to undermine women she has clashed with in the past. Fans were quick to call out Lisa's behavior, pointing to her history of rallying behind men while alienating women. Many found it especially distasteful that Lisa chose to announce the reboot of Vanderpump Rules on the same day Kristen shared her pregnancy news, a move that seemed, to some, intentionally dismissive. Public reaction and broader implications. The backlash against Lisa Vanderpump underscores a larger cultural shift toward demanding accountability from public figures. Fans and critics alike are calling for Lisa to break her silence and address the allegations against James Kennedy. Beyond that, they are urging her to reevaluate her approach to supporting women in her sphere. This controversy also sheds light on the responsibility of reality TV personalities to use their platforms for good. With millions of viewers tuning in, their actions and words carry significant weight. By remaining silent or making disparaging remarks, influential figures risk perpetuating harmful norms and undermining efforts to create a more equitable society. A call for change. Nick Viall's criticism of Lisa Vanderpump serves as a reminder that silence can often be interpreted as complicity. While Lisa's loyalty to her friends and colleagues may come from a place of genuine care, it is crucial for her to balance this loyalty with a commitment to fairness and accountability. As reality TV continues to evolve, so too must its stars. Fans are no longer content with drama for drama's sake. They want to see meaningful conversations and actions that reflect the values of integrity and respect. Whether Lisa Vanderpump will heed these calls for change remains to be seen, but the dialogue sparked by Nick Viall's comments is an important step in holding public figures accountable for their actions and choices. Your turn to weigh in. Do you agree with Nick Viall's criticism of Lisa Vanderpump? Should she address the allegations against James Kennedy and reconsider her approach to supporting women? Or do you believe her actions have been misunderstood? The conversation is ongoing, and your voice matters. Share your thoughts below. Come back to Briefing on Bravo and see more news.